But you're right, and that's what we have to do. And I've talked about what I want to do on the SOLs, and I think most people would agree. Why do we give the test at the end of the year? It's a multiple choice, end of the year, high stress test where our teachers now are teaching to test. That's not where we ought to be. We ought to be teaching these children to be thinking early, creative, and cognitively. So change the test, make it short essay, maybe put it earlier in the year. We've got to make sure we're doing that for our K through 12. And you know, I was just at Achievable Dream the other day down in Newport News, one of the most spectacular schools I have ever seen. What they do with these children over there, most of them have come from problem homes that are in school. Over 20 years, 95% they tell me have actually gone on to college on average. That's spectacular. I was with Jim Ukrop the other day, Communities in Schools, what they're doing in Richmond. We have a lot of best practices. So let's get everybody in the room together, take the best practices. I don't support this idea that we're going to give a letter grade for a school, one single letter grade. You know, our children come home with a report cards, they just don't come home with a single letter. There's an explanation, and if we've got a problem with a school, that whole school may not be in bad shape. There might be certain areas, and we ought to work on that and fix it. But as it relates to community colleges, because they are your true workforce development. When J. Sargent Reynolds, who our last one, our 23rd and last one, was named for, he talked about when that legislation passed for the creation of our community college, one of our finest hours, and I agree with that. We have so many, I've gone through and see all these students, I've taken notepad after notepad. We need to bring some best practices. Frank Friedman up at Piedmont, Virginia Community College, we went into a beautiful new classroom. He said, Terry, see